No, don't record it. You don't need to
No,
record
I
it.
need to. I have something to go
Okay.
off of. The purpose of the function of appraisal. The purpose of this appraisal is to estimate the market value of the subject property as defined herein. I read all this earlier.
Okay. So do you think we should check that box?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Boom.
Now, next one, extent of appraisal process.
I didn't check the box right there on the top,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess I did that wrong.
So click that
So
one.
if you do anything in this section, you
And
have to
that's-
check that.
So this is the section. These are the subsections. Get it?
But if you do anything in the subsections, you have to click the top one.
The total section.
The
Yes.
total section thing.
Correct.
Okay. So I did that. I checked the next one. Yep, you did that one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't check that one because I didn't know to do the reproduction cost. What is yours saying?
Buildingcost.net. That's what we use. That's our cost.
Software program?
Correct.
Buildingcost.net.
Yep.
Okay.
Or it's Marshall and Swift, or it's blah blah blah, or whatever source you use is right there.
Yeah, and I'm actually studying that in
Okay.
class right now. The next one.
Physical depreciation.
Yes, I did. I clicked that. Physical depreciation is based off the estimated effective age. I
Mhm.
clicked the next one. The subject property is located in whatever area, primarily owner occupied single family residences. I knew to answer that. I didn't click the next one, and I didn't click the next one. So I guess I did that right
Okay.
because I didn't think you were going to do.
This wasn't an income.
This wasn't an income.
But if it was income,
You'd have
click
to check
click.
that for
Right?
both of them, right?
Yep.
Only when you're doing the income. All right.
Correct. Next one. Scroll down. So,
So I did
subject
pretty good.
property offering.
On that part, I clicked it. Yep.
Okay, but it's wrong.
Well, I mean, I did what I could. Whatever I didn't.
So you're gonna click.
According to what?
Signed purchase agreement.
The
Subject
contract
a signed purchase agreement.
means the contract.
Yes.
Okay.
A subject is currently offered for sale at X. 330 on that's the purchase price.
Yeah, the reason I didn't do it because I didn't have the contract on me
Okay.
to look at.
Offering information was not considered
Information.
because we don't base our final estimate on any, just because it's under contract for this doesn't mean we're going to base our overall value on it.
Offering information was not considered in the final reconciliation of value. So, like, we look at the contract price, but we don't base anything off of it.
Correct.
That's what that's really means.
Yes.
And then the other things were just like if you reviewed the contract.
Or if this is a refi, subject has not been offered for sale in the past 30 days. And then again, offering information was not considered. You know what I mean? And that's according to current owner and current tax records. If it's a refi, if it hasn't been offered for sale.
And it's not supposed to, right?
Excuse me?
It's not supposed to
What do you mean?
because of like illegal flips or something.
No, well, here's where we put it.
All right.
In the past 30 days. And then same thing here.
So
Subject has not transferred in the past 36 months because we have to disclose a 36-month transfer history of any property that we appraise.
So I'm in the sale history of subject property. I clicked that. I did
Mhm.
click on that. According to owner and
At Southwest MLS, this property has not transferred in the past 36 months.
those are the only two sources.
Or if it's a refi, current owner, current tax records, like whatever your sources are, is what you put there.
Okay.
If it has transferred, you're going to put the date, sales price, the document, Southwest MLS number, whatever, warranty deed, whatever, seller information if you have it, and the buyer's information if you have it.
Okay.
All of the prior sales are listed below.
You didn't even put that though.
Yeah, I did. Oh, it's right there.
What?
If there's any transfers, all prior sales which have occurred are listed below. So if it has transferred, say if it transferred in the past, you're going to click that box and then fill up that information there.
But I didn't click that box that has
No,
transferred.
because it has not transferred
That's right.
in the past 36 months.
Has not transferred. I had it on.
Correct.
All right, so I didn't do too bad.
Okay.
You didn't write anything in the date, sell price, document number, seller on your
No, because
shit?
it hasn't transferred
Okay.
in the past 36 months. But if it has, that's where you put it. All the prior transfers in the past 36 months go right there.
Sell history, so it makes sense.
Got it?
Yep. All right, FEMA flood. I needed to do some things on that. Like you showed me how to pull the FEMA thing,
Uh-huh.
but there was like the questions I believe that was on it. I think this was it. Maybe this was it.
So you're going to click this.
So when,
Subject property is not located.
we do the FEMA flood map for everything, right?
Yeah, correct.
So that box is always going to be clicked then.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Going
And then
in-
you're gonna put the zone. If it's not in a flood zone, you're gonna hit X. You're gonna type the FEMA flood panel number, the date, and the community's Bernalillo County or Sandoval County or Torrance County or whatever.
wherever the subject's
Yep.
at.
The community does participate in FEMA flood hazard study, and it is covered. Or in some, like a Krista's deal out in Torreon, I don't think was covered under FEMA flood hazard study. She had a listing, a cabin way out in Torreon that did not participate in FEMA flood hazard study. It lied outside of their study.
So it's like a real anomaly then.
Like a super rural property. So then the community does not participate, and it is not covered by an emergency program. You know what I mean?
And we learned that from what?
By looking up, if we can't find it in the FEMA, then it's not covered.
That's our giveaway.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I think we pretty much is it
So-
covered by an emergency program? How would I know that?
If there's a FEMA flood hazard number, then it automatically is. Then FEMA's watching it.
What's the difference between that and a regular program?
I don't know.
That's the question before it.
I don't know. I just put emergency because emergency, obviously a flood is an emergency.
Okay. All right, so now we're on to page 2.
Current sales contract. Remember.
I didn't have it.
Okay.
But every time, okay, now I know. Every time you do something in the sub things, you click the top.
Automatically. Contract date 04/23. Contract price $330. Seller DR Horton Inc. Contract indicated personal property. We never include personal property in our valuations.
What if it affects the value?
Doesn't matter. We're not personal property appraisers. If you say, hey, this involved this included a flat screen TV and a refrigerator. Well, if you included those in your overall estimate, you better have the professional estimate of those personal property items. So we never include personal property in our final estimate of value. Personal property was not included, correct. The following concessions on this deal, seller is providing $12,000 towards closing costs.
I thought I remember reading that.
So that's where you put that there. Or sometimes the contract no financing. The seller's not giving any financing concessions.
And that's always going to be on the work file or an MLS?
No, that'll be in the contract. There's an addendum. There's an addendum.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for.
Seller's paying this, or there's no closing costs being paid, or whatever. That's where this goes.
Okay.
Okay. Here, you always give a range. Don't ever lock yourself down. I always say 0 to 3.
For a brand new one.
Yep. Well, that's the market that we're in. There was a time there where our marketing time was 6 to 9 months.
I just guesstimated, but I guess I guesstimated right.
So less than 90 days. But don't just say 3 months. Like, put 0 to 3 because it could sell in 30 days,
Mm-hmm. Does that sound good based on comparable sales in the neighborhood? I don't know what else to say.
Current market trends.
Where did you write that? Based on current market trends.
Correct.
That's it. That's all you gotta put. Okay.
Current market trends.
What about additional certification?
That's where you go.
I read that the 1, 2, 3 thing.
Yep.
Going underneath that, additional environmental limiting conditions. So
Yep.
what do I need to know about this section?
Read it.
I read it.
Okay, well that's all you need to know. We're not environmental. We haven't seen anything that could negatively or adversely affect the subject, like like oil drums or buried storage tanks or high pressure tanks. That's where we would note it. So this is extra cover your ass, basically.
Okay. So if we do see something like that,
We have to note it. But this is always
check on that box every time.
the value could change if something like that is discovered that we didn't find.
Makes
So
sense.
we're covering our ass.
Okay.
Additional comments, that's where you go. Sergio Baca contributed significant appraisal assistance to the person signing this report. He has completed continuing education courses in real estate appraisal and is licensed as the same state as the signing appraiser. And here's the stuff that you did: site inspection, data collection, photos.
And that leads to my next question. So I guess I don't need to be in any of the other parts then? In the co-signing appraiser thing?
Unless you're doing them on your own, that's not mortgage related. Fannie, Freddie, and FHA don't allow a trainee to sign it.
Oh, we're not. I thought we.
That's where I used to sign it though. I used to sign it here.
Uh-huh.
I was the co-signer, and Lorenzo was the appraiser. So back in the day, we could sign it. Not anymore, because after the crash, you have to be certified.
Okay. How about what do I need to know?
But that's where you go. That's it. That's the end of it.
Well, co-signing. What was the co-signing thing? Is there anything I need to know about that specifically?
No.
That I need to.
If you sign it, you're gonna be the co-signer. Co-signing appraisers personally expect. Here's where I would sign.
My point being is, if I'm gonna be filling these out and bringing these over here, what do you want me to put for you or whatever in the work file?
You're just gonna put appraiser signature, and that's it.
You don't want me to fill out anything in there.
No, nothing below appraiser signature. No.
You're gonna fill out your own shit then.
I don't fill anything out here. There is no co-signing appraiser.
All you're doing is just putting the
Appraiser signature and license. You're gonna put my name, the office information, which is already in your report.
Okay.
See that?
What?
Right here.
What am I looking at?
My information's already there.
I see in the appraiser certification.
Yeah.
I see that.
That's it. That's as far as it goes.
Well, then I'll try to put that shit in there too. Then
You can, yeah.
for F40 over here. So nothing ever really goes right now in co-signing appraiser.
Unless you and I do, and you do it 100% on your own. So then I'm a co-signer.
And then,
And then
on
you're the
last,
signing appraiser.
On the last piece is.
That's my certification.
All right. Cool.
This is my. If you're doing it